guys, to start off with, what we're going to be doing is placing foot up on top of the box like so. We're going to place dumbbell on top of knee, and we're just going to start off by tracking knee over toe to end of range, rocking back, and then you're going to feel the stretch in the hamstring. What I want you to do is focus when the knee's tracking over the toe. You're going all the way to the end of the range, just to the point where the heel's just popping up off the floor or off the box. And then from there, we're gonna rock back again like so. You can both do this at the same time if you've got 2 dumbbells out each. But what I want you to do at that end of range, apply pressure through the dumbbell here at the end of range and then rock back. Okay, you're gonna go for 10 repetitions each side. So we're just gonna be starting off by taking a look at ankle dorsiflexion. Now, this is extremely important in order for you to be able to sit deep in a bottom position whilst maintaining an upright torso. Not only does it help you maintain a more upright torso position, but it allows you to let the legs take the load in the bottom of the squat whilst maintaining tension in the lower back. And that, in my opinion, is arguably more important than necessarily just having good range of motion in the ankle. It builds the foundation of stability when we start to get loaded overhead with the bar. Stabilizing for the Olympic lifts, I will generally pick one exercise from each of the key joints that we need to be mobile in for weightlifting, which is our ankles, hips, thoracic, shoulders, and through the wrists. And I'll run through them multiple times. But for the benefit of you guys today, I'm going to try and show you as many drills and exercises as possible, and then you'll compile what are the right ones for you. Next exercise, you and your partner are going to do 2 alternate ones, and you're going to swap over now. So you want the box on the lower height potentially for this one, and what I want you to do is hook the foot right on the edge of the box. From here, we're going to be dropping the knee down, and then what I want you to do is try and lunge forward so you feel the stretch in the front of the hip flexor. Hands going to go up and over the top, and then from here, I want you to push back into the box, so you're trying to get your hip back behind the ankle line, and then come up and through. Whilst one member of the pair is working through 10 reps on each side of that, the other person is going to grab their barbells. Now, on the other edge of the box, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take the barbell up and overhead in a snatch wide grip. From here, without me ripping my shorts, we're going to sit foot up on top of the box like so. And then from here with the barbell overhead, we're going to lunge into that side and then come back to neutral. So we're really focusing here on driving knee out over the toe, opening up through the hip, and then coming back like so, while supported overhead with the barbell. Now, I'll always mobilize pre-training. Again, the goal is to increase the range of motion before we load through it. If you do not spend time mobilizing pre-training, then generally what will happen when you get into your actual training session is you'll end up working through a shorter range of motion. This then means that you end up getting strong in positions that aren't your deepest point, which is why you'll tend to resort back to wanting to power the lift or cut the reps a little bit short when it gets heavy. Okay? So it's really important that we're always doing this pre-training. So what we're going to do now is just going to do a pigeon stretch onto the box. So from here, what you're going to do, facing each other, we're going to drop foot onto the box like so. And then what I always do when I do this exercise is I pin the knee like so, so that my shin is running parallel to my shoulders like so, and then I'm dropping the foot back. From this position here, what you're then going to do is reach through and open up like so. So we're going to reach through and then open up, okay? I always like to work internal and external rotation for the hip, as well as all of the major joints that we'll work through. It's important to look at both internal and external, so we increase the overall range of motion or articulation of the joint, even if it isn't a range of motion that we move into specifically in the weightlifting movement. So you see how I put my arm in front so come back off the box. When I did it, I put my hands on my foot here, and then I put my arm to stop myself from lunging forward here, because the knee track's too far forward here, you'll kind of hit more glute than you will hip. So we're coming back here to stop that from happening. From here, we're just gonna go into an exercise called the hip snapper hold. This one's pretty spicy, okay? So from here, you're gonna walk down to your flat on the floor like so. From there, you're gonna bring one leg up as high as you can go. Again, without ripping my shorts. From here, you're gonna do a press up, keeping the back knee down, and we're gonna sit back and down like so. What we're focusing on here in this position is that with the back foot, we're pulling toes towards the shins to mimic the squat position. We're trying to keep both bum cheeks flat on the floor. Knee is staying down and toes are pointing up. So we're leaning back into this side. So we're now going internal rotation of the hip. Goal is to stay as upright as possible in this position and create as much distance between the two knees. I'm gonna show you how to get into that again. I can see a few of you looking confused. I'm flat, my leg comes up. I do a press up, keeping my back knee down, and then I sit back and down like so. Toes are then towards the shins. Let's go. We should be feeling this in the return leg at the top of the hip. Try and stay as upright as possible. Smile if you can too. We're gonna take our hands now and put them over our straight leg. But try not lean away when you're doing that. I just want you to rotate. So we're working a little bit of thoracic rotation now. So the hands are gonna go out over the straight leg. That's it, brilliant. And we're gonna hold there.
Go away, Sid.
They just tell me to go away. This is just the warm up, brother.
Oh, this is, okay, this is actually, oh, no, this got worse.
Good. Great. Nice work, guys. Okay, it's probably very rare that you guys will spend, like you are today, 30 minutes mobilizing before getting into a weightlifting session, but you're about to see the benefit of doing that. Now, what I always say is, if you came into the gym and your coaches spent 30 minutes mobilizing with you in an hour class, you'd be like, I need a refund on my membership. Okay. This is your responsibility. I know it's not sexy doing this sort of exercise. We'd much rather be doing heavy squats and cleans, no doubt. However, this is one of your fastest ways to excel in Olympic weightlifting without investing any more time here at the gym. A lot of the stuff that we've done so far can be done at home. For me, it's not only just about being more efficient in the Olympic weightlifting movements, it will make you more efficient in your CrossFit movements too. When you turn up to class and having stretched for 30 minutes before you get into it, sooner in the session, you're gonna get more out of the workout that you're doing. All right, so you're getting a lot of bang for your buck just by spending that 20, 30 minutes instead of having a chit chat, running through a short 15 to 20 minute flow. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna start moving up through into the thoracic. So, what I want you to do, first of all, one member of the pair is gonna grab the PVC pipe, and then from here, what you're gonna do is make a square. So I'm making a square between my hands, palms facing up. From here, what we're then doing is pulling the elbows very slightly together so they sit inside the hand. And then from there, we're gonna be resting our elbows on the edge of the box. From here, what I want you to do is take the feet so you're just outside shoulder width, the knees, and then we're gonna drop the head through and reach down the back. And then we're gonna come back again, try and take the PVC pipe through and reach down the back like so. This is the first exercise that you're gonna do. I just want you to go to end of range or as close as you can to being able to feed that head through. Hold, really reach that PVC pipe down the back, and then move on from there. Whilst one member of the pair is doing that, the other member of the pair is gonna take 2 of their dumbbells, okay? That's why I said keep them light. From here, we're gonna take the dumbbells up and overhead and put them together, so they're now hanging down the back. From this position here, what you're then gonna do is go down into the bottom of your squat, like so. Let those dumbbells hang so we're getting that thoracic extension under load, and keep the eyes up as you hit the bottom position of your squat. You're gonna go for 10 repetitions and then swap over with your partner. When you're here in the squat, squeeze your bum, tuck the pelvis underneath. And when you squat down now, what I want you to do is think about breaking at the knee a little bit more so your torso is staying upright when you descend. So your chest needs to stay up, that's it. Whereas at the moment, what you're doing is just sticking your bum out. Okay. Yep. So what we want to do is load a little bit more the quads when we're going down into this position. That's it. And you'll feel it a little bit more in the mid to upper back then. Okay. So every time reset, tuck the pelvis underneath. That's it. This is where we want to be feeling it. Eyes up. Good. See how your elbows are now outside your shoulder line? So let's bring them back in, to there if you can. Yeah. Good. That's it. And reach down there. Good, nice. Okay, first exercise. So again, we're gonna do 2 exercises and swap over with our partners. We're gonna take barbell up and pop it on our backs like so, and we're gonna take the feet out as wide as we can go from this position. From here, what I want you to do is rock forward into pancake. You're gonna be feeling this through the adductors. Plays a huge part in you being able to sit deep in your bottom position of your squat. Just gonna rock through, and then we're gonna sit back up and press from this position. From there, what you're then gonna do is lower under control, and then again, we're gonna lean in, rock back, and press, like so. Really focus when you're pressing into this position that you're keeping a full grip on the barbell here. You're pressing to the bars over the crown of the head, and then returning with elbows directly underneath, and then rock through like so, okay? That's your first exercise. Second exercise that your partner is gonna be doing. You're gonna be taking 25-pound plate, and you're gonna do 3 rounds of this. Round 1 is going to be plate back behind the head like so, head tucked towards the plate, down into our bottom squat position, and we're gonna duck walk from here. So we're gonna go knee over toe, take a step, feel the stretch through the hip, and then again, knee over toe, take a step through the hip, like so. So as you can see, the intensity of the exercises that we're doing now is starting to get a little bit more challenging. We're always adding an element of load as we're going through these exercises to increase the intensity of the stretch that we're feeling, okay? So you're gonna walk 10 paces and stand up. Once you've performed that, you're then gonna go into a full duck walk. So we're gonna go flat to the hands underneath the plate so that they're completely underneath, wrists back like so. And then from here, you're gonna go down into the bottom squat position. And again, you're gonna perform the same movement. Knee tracks over toe, heel pops up, and then I take my step, okay? And again, 10 paces. Let's go. A few of you are going, absolutely not, Sonny. You've just mobilized for 30 minutes. Trust me. Okay, let's go. So when you lean forward here, don't drop your chest. So sit back up. So when you lower down now, this time you've got to keep the extension here. Look up, look up, look up. Yeah, that's it, that's enough. Yeah, so there's no benefit to going lower into that if the chest drops. Okay. We have to keep the extension to the thoracic. Good, and then come back and press. Nice, that's better. Good. That's it. Try and keep the width between your knees, so take your steps outside shoulder width.
So, therefore outside?
Yeah. Good. So try and let the knees touch, Jordan. Keep the width here. Yeah, that's better. Try and keep the knees up off the floor, so take slightly shorter steps. And the worst thing you can do here is look at the floor. So try and keep your eyes up above everyone else's eye level, because you'll use whatever you're looking at as a focal point for balance. So whenever I do this exercise, when I go down, the first thing I'll do is just do the overhead squat first and get comfortable with where my neutral position is. And then from there, I'm taking slightly shorter steps to feel the stretch. And I'm moving really slowly through it. Have a little rest for a second, then have another go.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Guys, when a lot of you are doing the duck walk, you're looking down at the floor. Okay, the key to mastering anything in the overhead is to let the lower body move independently without you having to watch it. So pick something just above eye level to focus on. That's what you're using as your focal point for balance. So we're just taking the guys through a mobility warm-up. It's super important that they go through this pre-getting into their snatch workout to be able to work through a full range of motion in the actual exercises that they're doing. It's one of the biggest things that people miss out on when they try to master Olympic weightlifting. They think, oh, I've just done some stretching, so that's enough now before I get into weightlifting. But it's not. We need to add intensity and load to the mobility exercise that we're doing, hitting those key joints so they can get the most out of their Olympic weightlifting sessions. If you found that interesting, you want a flow to follow along with, go and hit the link below this video. I've got the mobility manual. It's got 40-day weightlifting specific protocol. It's going to help you improve your mobility too.